We're not covering anything classified, but there are experiences that I'm hoping they're going to be able to share with us. So, Chief Spoor.
Yes, sir.
You enlisted in the Army in 1965.
I did.
And then you became an officer through Officer Candidate School.
Right.
Where did you go to Officer Candidate School?
Forest Hill, Oklahoma. I got commissioned as second lieutenant in the field artillery.
Field artillery, a gun buddy. Okay. And, sir?
I enlisted under the College Op OCS program.
Okay.
Basically because I was about to be drafted. And,
right.
And I knew at that particular point in time that there was no place I was going to be going other than Vietnam and other than an infantry unit. So
right.
It was a choice of whether I wanted to let somebody else lead me or whether I wanted to go to OCS and be the lieutenant leader.
Follow me. So we both went to the Benning School for Boys.
The Benning School for Boys.
So it's
far across the Chattahoochee.
Oh no, you're not going to go into that.
We're not gonna
It's a song that's supposed. Well, we're supposed to. And I've done it maybe two hands in my career where everybody breaks out in the song. It's actually pretty cool. So.
Alan Jackson.
Not quite. I sing better than that, I think. That's all right. Okay, sir. Chief, tell me about, what you flew and the types of missions. And let me back up. Both of these gentlemen are here because of their service in Vietnam. Colonel White and I are both just a little bit behind that. I'm a lot behind that during my service. So we're going to ask a few questions, and we're very fortunate to have them be able to share that with us because there's some of us that don't necessarily appreciate talking about our service. We don't like necessarily being thanked for our service all the time because we did it. It was an honor to serve. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So for those of you that are watching, and if you always go up to a soldier and say thank you for your service, just know they appreciate you saying that. But most of the time, they just kind of want to remain behind the scenes because that's just who we are and why we joined. So tell me a little bit about what it was like transitioning from basic helicopter training to combat flying in Vietnam.
Well, basic helicopter training for me started right here in Fort Walters, Texas, Mineral Wells. I flew a Hiller, reciprocating engine, twist grip throttle. Went from there to Fort Rucker, Alabama. Learned to fly the Cadillac, all helicopters, the Huey, which is revered by all helicopter pilots. And then did tactics from there. And everybody knew when initially going in the flight school back in the 60s, you were going to Vietnam. That was right. Your graduation tour was you graduated and you got on a boat and away you went to Vietnam. So it was a school atmosphere. It was a lot of fun, but at the end of the line, it was deadly serious because you knew Vietnam was right over the horizon. So went from school atmosphere to bullets flying. Real quick.
So that was definitely a difficult transition, but you felt like you were prepared and trained for what was happening.
Fort Rucker. The only thing Fort Rucker didn't train you for was, I think, the stress of flying 8-10 hour days.
Right.